Hello and welcome back to Anyone Can Learn to Code. In last episode, we created our first custom Ruby object. It didn't do very much, but that's all about to change. If you'll recall, objects usually have a variety of methods, which are essentially the things that objects do. For example, strings have methods like reverse. So let's take the string hello, dot reverse, meaning we're calling the reverse method on hello, and that reverses the letters. Arrays have methods like sort, and also first and last. Now for our custom objects to be useful, they'll need methods of their own, and that's what we're going to do now. We're going to add methods to the dog class that we created in last episode. This is what we have from last episode. It's a simple class called dog, but there's no code in it yet. Now since methods are basically the things that objects do, the methods that a dog class will have will basically be the things that a real live dog would do. One thing that dogs do is speak. So let's create the speak method. To do so, we use the def keyword, which stands for define, followed by the name of the method. So it's called speak. And it ends with the end keyword. Note that method names are not capitalized. Now inside the method, we're going to put our code. And now let's go to IRB. If you'll recall, we need to load the file in IRB. To do so, we do load and the name of the file in quotes. So we're loading the dog.rb file. Now we can do puppy equals dog.new, which creates a new dog object and stores it in the variable called puppy. Now we can call the speak method on this dog object by doing puppy.speak. And we see that it gives us the message woof. Let's ignore for now why IRB is also giving this nil message. We'll get to that later. Now, different classes can have methods with the same name, yet do different things. To demonstrate, let's create another class called cat. Let's create a new file, and this one will be the cat class. We'll call this cat.rb, and now we're going to give the cat class a method called speak. But in this case, since it's a cat, it's going to say meow rather than woof. Let's go back to IRB, and now let's load the cat.rb file into here. And now we can do kitty equals cat.new, kitty.speak, meow. So puppy.speak is woof, while kitty.speak is meow. So it's pretty clear that methods are specific to the object on which they're defined. Let's give our animals a few more methods. Let's go back to the dog class and give it a second method. This one will be called chew on bone. Note that if your method name consists of multiple words, that you should use underscores to separate the words. Spaces will not work. And if you get rid of the underscores, this would be sort of difficult to read. So the standard Ruby approach is to use underscores. Now if we go back to IRB, we cannot yet use that method. Since we changed the dog.rb file, we'll have to load it again. Now that we've done so, the puppy can chew on a bone. Now to take this one level further, we can create methods that themselves create other objects and or call other objects' methods. Let's go back to our cat file and create a new method called runaway. So the runaway method represents a cat running away. Now if we go back to the dog class, we can create a method called chase a cat. Let's first write all the code for this method and then explain it. So first, this chase a cat method will create a new cat object. Now this happens to be a little contrived since dogs don't really create cats, but this will do for now. Then, the dog will yell bark bark, and then it will call the runaway method on the kitty object. Let's see this in action. Now we'll have to reload both the dog and cat files, since we changed both of them. And now we can do puppy.chase a cat. So we see first the dog barks, and then the cat runs away, because the chase a cat method triggered the cat runaway method. Objects and their methods are the main components of all Ruby programs. We've graduated from the basics and are now on the verge of creating real Ruby applications. Thanks for watching. Anyone can learn to code.